Hi, everybody. Good evening, everyone. I'm Patrice Milord, and I'm happy to be here today. I'm thankful for the opportunity to speak to you and to answer some questions about myself. So let's get started. Well, my parents came to Canada towards the end of the 1960s. They came to Montreal, and they were part of the first wave of immigrants coming from Haiti, which is an island in the Caribbean. At the time, Canada was looking for professionals such as university professors, nurses, doctors, lawyers. So my dad was recruited to come here and to teach university in Montreal. So my parents came, as I mentioned, towards the end of the late 60s. And I grew up in Ottawa. I was born in Montreal in 1978, but I grew up in Ottawa. I'm the youngest of three siblings. I have an older sister and an older brother. I also have three beautiful girls. They're age 14, 8, and 7. And I have my wife as well, my amazing wife as well, that we've been together for a long time. So this is me in a nutshell. The major changes I'm seeing is, especially with the diversity, because when I came to Ottawa, Ottawa was not diverse at all compared to Montreal. But I've seen the city grow and expand, and now we've hit the million mark, and I really love Ottawa. It's much more diverse, and it's a great city to raise a family. It's good for job opportunities, and it's a safe city. So it's expanding more and more, and I really love Ottawa. And yeah, I only have good things to say about Ottawa. It's evolved quite a bit since I was young. Okay, I'm a personal stylist for men, so I help people to improve the way they dress, because believe it or not, the way you dress affects the way you others perceive you, and how you perceive yourself as well. So the more when you dress better, you're more confident, and it has an effect on the way you act, the way you speak, and it has an effect on how people see you as well. It's extremely important, especially in business, where you want to close more deals, make more sales. In terms of your career, if you're looking for that job you're looking for, and you're going for a job interview, so if you put on that power suit, then you're more prepared, you feel better about yourself, you're more able to answer the questions that are coming your way, and you appear more confident to others as well. So I'm supporting that movement. I know Ottawa is not as, people don't really look to dress up, but I've seen this quite a bit, the city evolve from that, and men are paying more attention to the way they dress because they see the importance of it. Ottawa's a conservative city, so people do not really they don't really wear colors, mix and match colors and stuff, but I see that's changing a lot in Ottawa, and I'm happy to support that movement. So in addition to being a personal stylist, I'm also a real estate investor. My wife and I launched our real estate investing business. We focus on multi-units, so 7 units and up. And the goal of that is to create generational wealth, to leave something behind for future generations, because we don't want to leave debts behind to our kids. We want to leave something like properties, create generational wealth, so we could pass on to our kids, and they can do the same as well. So I would encourage anybody who's interested in investing in real estate, to get in touch with me. And I have a real estate page. It's Milord, my last name, Real Estate Group. So I invite everyone to get in touch with me who wants to invest in real estate. We have good knowledge, we've been educated on the matter by people who have done it, who have been successful in real estate. So we're looking forward to pass on that knowledge to anybody who may be interested as well, to to create generational wealth, to invest in real estate, and to build their goals and dreams. Thank you. It's just, it starts by the way you feel from within, and it affects your actions on the outwards. So I notice a difference. Let's say I walk outside, I'm in my pajamas, or I'm not dressed up, I notice a difference. That's why, especially even here for this interview or in other business areas, when I wear my suit, you feel more better about yourself, and that affects your actions, and you feel more confident with whoever else you meet. So it's a huge component that people always neglect. Like I see people all the time brushing up on their resumes, making sure that their resumes do not have any spelling or grammar mistakes. But the last thing that's on their mind is their outfits. And believe it or not, it takes about 7 seconds for people to make a judgment on you. I know we're always hearing that you should not judge a book by its cover, but we're all humans. We all judge, and the first things that people judge on is your appearance. So those are the benefits, and I'm just grateful that I'm able to pass on the expertise that I've developed in that area. Well, it's mainly like self-confidence, because that's a skill that is important in all your dealings, in all negotiations, in all interactions. Self-confidence is an important skill to develop. And I know, especially on the business side, like it helps you be more assertive. And that's very key in terms of closing more business. And it's the same as well, again, as I mentioned, once you go for a job interview, it's important because, again, you're more assertive, you're more confident, and you're able to answer their questions confidently, which is what people are looking for on the other side, the people that are looking to hire you. So definitely self-confidence is a key factor. Well, I was just passionate about fashion since I was young. I remember I had my first communion in grade 2, and I remember wearing that off-white suit, 3-piece suit, and that day, like everybody, all eyes were on me. I was getting a lot of compliments, and because especially my peers, my colleagues at school, or friends, they wore jeans and they didn't dress up. So I was the center of attention. Not that I'm looking to be the center of attention, but I kind of realized, that's where I kind of realized that, wow, like dressing up, first of all, you feel good, but it also affects the way other people see you and perceive you. So just the day-to-day, like there's not a day that I go by, let's say I go to work and that I don't get any compliments on my outfit, and people are just tend to be nicer to me. And I don't know if that's 100% because of that, but there's not a day that I go by that I don't get compliments for the way I dress. Well, first of all, you have to be comfortable in your own skin. Like you're not, like my style may not be conducive to your style. You gotta be comfortable with what you're wearing. So I would tell the person, whatever, sure you want to dress up, but you have to feel comfortable in those clothes. Maybe at first wearing a suit may not be comfortable, but the more and more you look at yourself, especially in the mirror, you feel more confident. But the style has to fit you. Like don't try to be someone else, just be yourself and make sure that you're comfortable with your outfit. Well, don't go overboard, but make it more you, make it about you, make it so that you're comfortable, so people don't say like, oh, what is he trying to do? Is he trying to be like someone he's not? But the minute you start wearing a suit, you're gonna start feeling the part, you know what I mean? So but just that's my main advice, is to be yourself. You got to be comfortable. Like if you wear a suit and people tend to see that you can't even walk straight, I mean, it has to be, again, you have to feel comfortable in it. Well, first of all, get the expertise you need in order to be able to provide sound advice to your clients, because there are some general rules in fashion, and for instance, there are colors that do not mix well for certain skin colors. There are types of clothes that are not that do not fit well based on your body type. So you need to be educated on what you're talking about, just so that your clients are confident that they're getting proper advice. So it's not something that you just make up, because you want the person in the end to look good and feel comfortable in what with their outfits. Well, it's just to change people's attitudes that fashion is it's not only for women. Like guys can dress up and look good and feel good. So it's not just an area that's specific to women. And guys should not be, because in my field of work is working with men. Like they should not feel ashamed that they need the help or to seek the professional advice to improve the way they dress. Because in the same manner that it helps for women, it has the same impact for men as well. Well, a lot of people think that it doesn't work and they just focus on what they hear in the news. But once you get educated on real estate, you know that there are various market cycles, and there's certain things you need to watch for. There's good investments and bad investments. You just need to be surrounded with people who've done it, who have the expertise. But a big misconception is that real estate really doesn't work, and that there's just one. For instance, in Canada, that there's one real estate market, where that's false. It depends on the city. Like in Ottawa, the real estate market is pretty hot, but other places in Canada, not so much. So don't just rely on the news. Get educated on the matter, and surround yourself with people who are successful in the business. Okay, so what I'm going to say right now may not be popular, or may not be in alignment with what we've been told or conditioned to do, but the single family home is not a great investment, because it doesn't bring you any revenue. So the best investment is to focus on multi-unit apartment buildings, because that's where you get the more cash flow. If a tenant leaves, it's a non-event. Whereas if you buy a single family home and your tenant leaves, then you're stuck to pay for all the expenses. So that's one thing that I learned throughout my real estate journey, is that because we've been through it, we thought that buying the single family home was a great investment, but it's not. So we learned the hard way. So I'm looking forward to sharing more of my knowledge with people who are interested in learning more. You just have to put the work in, and I know that failure is going to be part of your journey, but it's all part of the journey on your way to success. So do not fear failure. Don't listen to people who are negative or trying to bring you down. Believe in yourself, which is extremely key, because there will be a lot of doubters along the way. So as long as you believe in yourself and you block off that noise and you put work in to achieve your goals, sky's the limit. And this is what I'm trying to teach my daughters, is that there will be obstacles in your life, but you can always achieve, as long as you have the proper mindset, you have the faith in yourself, the belief that you can achieve something, then sky's the limit. Despite all the obstacles, failure is, again, as I mentioned, part of your success. So like I work on my personal development. Right now what I'm reading is the book Think and Grow Rich, about the author is Napoleon Hill, and he talks about a lot of having faith in yourself to achieve what you want, all the goals and dreams that you want to achieve. Also have a goal. Like a lot of people don't know where they want to be in 5 years. or even a year from now. So take the time, work on yourself, visualize yourself in 5 years from now, write down your goals, and set up a plan for to achieve those goals. So it's definitely important to invest in yourself, invest in your personal development, read good books and educate yourself, because school will not teach you these skills that you need to be successful in life. Griot means to me, like in my culture, I'm from the Haitian culture, Griot means fried pork. So I don't know if there's another explanation, so maybe you can enlighten me on what it means. Okay, for us in our culture, we rely a lot on our elders as well for the same, to pass on the knowledge, the experience to us. So we have the same thing as well. It's just not, we don't call it the griot. Griot is strictly fried pork for us.